Hello everybody, this is Jacob from Wager Me This, and today I'm going to do a $1,000 678 video, but I'm going to run constant come bets through, and the reason being is because it will generate more profit, and also it gives you a little boost on the 7, and I want to kind of talk about why I do it as I do it. Alright, so let's start with $100 on the don't. And I'm going to shoot like I was shooting at the casino the other day because it was working fantastically. I'm still shooting the 1, 2, 1, 3. I didn't have a single come out winner, not one. But it didn't matter because I didn't have any come out losers either. And there's a 9. Once I did that, once I got the point set, I was just going to the cross sixes set, which is actually the same as the 1, 2, 1, 3. But it's upside down, and I don't know why that was helping me, but it definitely was. All right, so we got 100. Get our 81 out there. And, oops, I need another. But, okay, so right here, we have basically a $19 7, right? We got $100 here for a $19 7. So it's not ideal, right? Why did we get through the don't if we're not going to play for that 7, right? Well, we got through the don't to protect these numbers so we can play all those. So that's the idea behind what we're doing here. So you can add $15 to your 7 right there for very minimal risk. You're only really risking the 2, 3, and the 12. That's really all you're risking. So if it goes anywhere, that's fine. You're going to win twice. Because you're going to get that come through and you're going to win. Of course it's going to roll a 12. All right, so let's get 50 in reds. Okay, so on this, guys, I don't progress it. When I'm doing this, I don't progress it. And the reason is because I'm really not trying to make money on that. All I'm trying to do is let it generate profit as I go. Now, there's one huge negative to this, and when I get to it, when I get to the spot, I'll show you. And I'm sure you guys can already guess it. All right, so there's a 6. So it's going to win 21. All right, so now think about this, okay? You just paid for that come bet right here, right? So that come bet is free. So if you pull this down, that's actually a free bet. All right, we've talked about this before. So if you remember, you got that for free. So if we go back up here, we're actually saving a couple dollars on what we initially played. And then we're going to replace the come bet. Remember, this is essentially not at risk besides to the 2, 3, and the 12 that we rolled earlier. Right? Everything else is okay for it. And there's the 8. Okay, so same thing here. So we're going to win 21. All right, this is going to travel. So for $3 less, we can play that. All right, and that right there is going to win $33 because you're going to win 18 there and 15 there. All right, so you do gain a little bit for a little less money. So it's actually a really great play. And a little bit of it is how you look at it, because you can definitely look at it like the problem with what's going on here is that now those bets are stuck. Now, not the odds, but the flat bet parts are stuck. But that's okay, because we're going to constantly run this through. And there's the 8. Okay. So this is going to be an off and on situation. I'll just pay it right because not everyone understands what off and on is. 15 there and 18 there. And replace it, and look, we're racking all this money. And so this is why I like to do this. I like to just repeat this process because for less money, you're getting more of an output. But it only really works if you already have box numbers up. If you don't already have box numbers up, there's a 314. It doesn't really work the same. All right, so $27 winner. Oops, let's get it in nickels. Because I don't like to go bigger than what I got. So pull this down, put our 15 right back on it, rack this up. Oh. Because again, that paid for itself. But remember, even if we get $15 bets on comes all across there, it's still not going to outweigh that 100. But that's the big negative, is that you get bets that are stuck. And there's 8 again. So you end up getting bets that are stuck out there, which isn't ideal. But you can just keep repeating this process, and you're always going to have a little boost on your 7. And that's why I like it. I really like to play this way on the 6, 7, 8, because even if I turn all of them box numbers into $15 bets, first of all, that meant I hit all of them. That meant that was good. That's one thing. Second thing means is that I made money. So now on the 5 and the 9, you either got to go to 16 or 10 or 20 or something. You got to make an adjustment there, or you should. I always just do 16 because you got the extra $1 from the 21. All right, here we go. And there's the 10. So we ended up hitting them all. That's awesome. All right, can't believe that. That's really cool. 27. All right, put that right on there. I don't quit now. I just leave it out there and I just let it run. And the reason being is because I still want that 7. I still want that 7 to have a little boost on it. And there's the... Sorry, guys. There's the 10, and that's a good one. The 4 and 10 are really good, because you're going to win 15 and 30. And you just keep recycling this, and you always have extra boost on the 7. And now it looks like I have way more than $100 out there, right? I do. But you got to remember that we already won on every one of those numbers to be in that position. Some of them multiple times. So there's a 3 we're going to lose there. Some of them multiple times. So that means that really we still only have that initial risk out there. Now, obviously, you can look at it the other way and say, oh, I have way more than that at risk. Look at all that money. Well, pull that money off if you're that worried about it. All right, there's our 7. All right, so pull all that money off if you're that concerned about it. I'm going to get 15 here. But remember, you won over and over and over. We're going to win 100 there. All right. So that's the first shot. So we are... That's the initial bankroll. So we're up 140, 50, 60 bucks, something like that. All right, here we go. I'm going to get 20 for that. All right, so right there, I didn't show any pressing. All right, all I showed was the continuous comeback going through. All right, so now I'm going to show it with pressing. Here we go. That's a good one. Come out loser. All right. We're going to go to 150 because that's what I do. Continuous comeback. It works, especially guys if you want to play conservative. Ouch. Back to back 5-2-7s. That's pretty rough. All right, so we'll go to 200. This is the variance in this strategy, guys. This is one thing I know a lot of people have a problem with, is getting a couple don't losers. But guys, you're not just going to get endless don't losers. That's just not a thing. You're going to win on the don't enough times. All right, so now we got to make a little comeback. We got 200 to work with, though. All right, so we can play a little bigger. All right. And then we're going to be able to do a $25 comeback this time. So that's pretty nice. All right, play a little bigger. Well, crap. Okay, so we got a PSO. We're still going to win a good little chunk because we boosted that 25 extra bucks, but that's not really why. But we still, pretty good little win. I'm actually going to leave it at 200. No, I'm not. I'll drop down to 150. Here we go. Oh, I should have left at 200, huh? There's aces. So come out losers followed by some come out winners. That's kind of how it goes, guys. I mean, so we're back in the lead a good 130 bucks. I don't know. That's just kind of how it goes. It'll bounce back and forth. It really washes itself out pretty well. Here we go. Oh, back-to-back come out winners. All right, we're going to progress at 50 bucks. It's making this really hard to show what I'm trying to show when it's just doing everything on the come out. Here we go. All right, there we go. We got a 5. All right, so normally I would go to the Iron Cross here, but if you're going to use the come progression part of this, the Iron Cross kind of messes it up because the field loses and wins so much. So I'm just going to show the across the numbers style. All right, so we got 150. So we can go to the $20 level, I believe. If not, we'll add a little bit of odds to get there. And then we need $10 because we're going to need some white chips. Okay, so what is that? 20, 40, 60, 80, 104. Perfect. 108. We love it. So we can go a $20 comeback. Fantastic. All right, so look at this. We're already pretty healthy. Oh, smack. Smack. It's all part of the deal. All part of the deal. So that's actually going to travel. We're going to lose here. No big deal. All right. Go to 200. Obviously, we can't be off on that 5, so we got to let it work. Maybe we'll re-roll it. Here we go. Hard 6. Hard 6 is the new point. All right, 200. We can actually jump up to the next level if we want. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to roll it out from right here, guys. All right, so we're going to add in the pressing this time, along with the come. 415, that's pretty good. So this one's a little tricky because we weren't able to place it, or we didn't place it. I guess we could have, but it's going to win 20. It's going to travel. All right, so we want to put our 20 back on it, right? But we want to put 20 here. So without the extra money that you get from the place bets, it does kind of mess up that if you're in that situation. All right, but so what I would do here is if I want to press bets, guys, I'm going to have to dig into the money for come. All right, I'm still going to press at a profit because the come doesn't really affect you in that same fashion. So I'm going to take this down I'm going to make it 30. I'm going to take this down. I'm going to make it 25. And we're rolling, right? Oh, we need our comeback. Sorry. Remember, this really doesn't affect you any because it's only affected on the 2, 3, and the 12. Everything else is okay for it. Here we go. And there's the 3, of course, right? All right, let's try this again. Only affected on these couple numbers, and then you roll them all the time. Here we go. 10. All right, so we're going to drop $1 for 40. Come here, 10. These are buys, guys. The 4 and the 10 were buys. This is a come. I'll put the come up higher. All right, so we're going to win 40 now. All right, put that run on top. Need our $20. All right, so essentially we have $40 to press with, guys. Remember that. All right, so there's a press. We get the 5 there. We can't do nothing with the 6. So I'll go there and I'll add 2 units to each one of these. And guys, this all fits within the scheme of what you're doing because the come is negligible on what risk it has. It's kind of a free bet at this point. Obviously, you can roll them numbers that I've been rolling, but for the most part, it's kind of a free bet. So the pressing really doesn't change anything. We're going to win 42. Pull that down, obviously. We'll go straight up there with it, 30 in odds. We need 20 on the come. All right. Here we go. $415. Okay. It's a good one. Okay, so 20 is going to win 30, and 20 is going to win 20 on the flat. Go straight back up. All right. Let's keep bumping this. Let's see if we can get that 8 for a big win. So again, guys, see, I'm also pressing. I'm doing all the stuff that everyone likes to do. I just added in that free comeback, and there's that 8 right there. Bam. $105 winner. Okay, so it's going to travel. We'll put 50 on it because we had that built up. We can do that. All right, so as you can see here, I can bump these presses up on these odds if I want. This is all part of what you can do, guys. It's all easy, easy stuff. Still got all this profit. Here we go. Oh, we got smacked. Kind of. I mean, we won a ton of money. So this is the, okay, so I'm glad we finally got to this position. Right, that's a buy. Lost here. All right, so in this spot, right here on the come out, you could roll a 7 and you're going to lose. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one on the flat. Obviously, you can make those odds not work if you want. What? We don't have nothing on there yet, right? What do we got in the rack? 200, 700, 800-ish. So we're in the profit, guys. What I would do in this personal case is I would pull these odds down. I would say, or I would make them not work for this roll. Make that place bet not work. All right, because then we're essentially even for the game. All right, essentially even. And I would play a pass line bet right here. And I would throw a quarter on the pass line. And the reason being is because if you roll a 7 here on this come out, you're going to lose all those come bets. And this is the negative part of the strategy. is if it works good and then you get in this spot, you can essentially lose all your profit on this one roll. You're not going to lose really any of your winning, but you're going to lose your profit. You're not going to lose bankroll necessarily. And there's the 5. So it worked out good. I'm going to win 20. All right, and now before I went back up with odds, I would establish a don't. All right, obviously I would start with $100. I'm not going to jump out there because remember, all these are essentially paid for, guys. They're all essentially paid for based on the winnings to get there. And there's the 8. Okay, good. Awesome. So it's going to travel. I'm going to win 20. And so this is how I would rectify that bad situation. Now I would be in good spot. You could re-odd up all your stuff. You could start smaller, work it inside that 100 if you wanted. You know, take a quarter off here, or even turn this into $20. All right, so you have 20, 40, 60, 80, 105. You know, you could drop $30 in odds. Now your 7 is valuable. Now, bam, you start right back over. Come bets. When you start winning, start throwing some odds on them. It's just recycling the system. Yeah, we hit our point. This is good this time. It's good to hit the point this time. All right, we're gonna win a quarter there. Same kind of situation. I'm just gonna stay on the, well, never mind. It's not the same situation because we have that don't. So we're good. We can actually pull this down, play another don't if you wanted. It's actually what I would do here is most likely I would play another don't just because I might get a better number than the 8. So what I would probably do is I would odd up that 8 even more. I'd odd it up to $90. So that's going to pay $175. That way I could put a $100 don't down here, and I'm not terrible. I wouldn't have this work and this would be off. So I'd basically be 80 versus 75 kind of thing. All right, I'm just going to stick with these cross 6s. Hopefully I don't roll the 8, obviously. 12, okay. It's not doing nothing. Not doing nothing for nobody. But if we roll the 7, it's not the end of the world here because we'll win up there. Six. Well, it didn't get any better though, but it'll work. All right, so we're going to win here. And what I would do in this case, and I know this isn't what a lot of people do, but I would take this down like this, and I would just reverse it to over here. And why is that? Because I don't want the 6 and 8 as don't numbers. I don't want, why would I want that? And that's what I would do. Personal, I know you made it through the come out or whatever, but I'm not playing against the 6 and 8. Both of them. I'll play against one of them with no issues. All right, $20 on the win. This is going to travel. All right, now we're going to replace it. All right, so now we're starting to progress that back up where we're putting odds out there and all that stuff. Smash, just stayed on the 8. Okay. What do we got? Same type of situation here. Pull the odds down. I'm going to the pass line. All right, the 4 and the 8 won't be working. They'll be off. The rest of those are come bets, so they cannot be off. All right, here we go. Well, dang, that's 2 12s in about 5 throws. That's pretty amazing. Here we go. 4. All right. That's not going to win. That's not going to be a winner. That was not an 8. That was a 4. Points there. Okay, so that's fine. Pull that down, stick that right there. I'm gonna run 100 through the don't. Hopefully we don't get smacked in our face here. Sorry. We don't want that up there. Six. Okay. Boy, we are on those 6s and 8s, aren't we? It's going to win there. All right. Still just replacing, repeating the process. We've hit a few dumps, and that's cost us a little money. But other than that, we're doing fine. 10. $20 winner. And again, you could go back with half on the odds if you feel more comfortable. These are all little options involved in this. If that makes you feel more comfortable. Eight. All right. It's going to travel. We're going to win 35. Put that right on top. Rack that. Here we go. Aces. No, that ain't good. I don't want that. All right, here we go. Those couple don't get knocked off has hurt us a little bit. It really eat up all our profits. Really hasn't. We're really not into our bankroll yet. It may look that way, guys, but it's not. All right, there's a 6, 4, 10. Gonna win 20 there. That's going 20 there. This is going to travel. I'm going to replace it with 20. 20. I need to trade this in for 100. Here we go. Wow. That's pretty tough right there. Pretty tough stuff to be hitting those horn numbers. Hey, we got that 4. I didn't have no odds on it, but that's fine. It's going to win a quarter there. It's going to travel. I'm going to rack it up. Okay, so we're on a come out again. So I'm going to pull down all my odds, guys. Why? Because these are all at risk, and I want everyone to see what's at risk. All right, so this is going to win on a 7. That's going to win on a 7. So we have 100 versus 125. We don't have to do anything here. We can just roll with the idea that, hey, as long as we don't roll a 2, 3, 12, or a 6, we're okay. That's a lot of numbers. But let's see what happens. There's an 11. We'll take that. It's a quarter winner. All right, here we go. All right. 415. It's going to win 20 bucks. Now we start our process over. Still same situation. We're just going to work through putting odds back up, getting our attack rolling. Smack. Boy, we just cannot dodge those 6s and 8s, boy. It's fine. Again, okay, so I want to show you guys something. I think people think we're losing. I want to show you that we're really not. Okay, so there's 700, 800, 900. There's like 950 there. So if we roll 7 here, yeah, we're going to be down a little bit. But it's not the end of the world, guys. All right? If this bothered you that much, it's pretty simple. All you have to do, you got $100 and 125. Right? If you hop the 7s right here for $15 all the way out, most likely you're going to hit a few of those, right? And then you're not going to have a problem if you're that worried about it, right? I'm not that worried about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep playing come bets, right? I'm going to reduce them down to $15. I'm going to try to take $5 off of those bets. Let's see what happens. There's the 8, okay? 6, 2, 8. This is going to win 20, all right? So we're just replace it with a $15 comeback. I'm not adding odds or nothing. I'm just trying to lessen my risk, get back to the profit, but still play. Whoa, that jumped all the way off the table. That was a winner too. It was a 5, but it went all the way off the table. So don't count. Here we go. 10. I don't know why that's over there. It's supposed to be on top of there. It's going to win. It's going to travel. 15. So you see what I'm saying? So you got so many numbers going. Unless just the world crashes, it's no big deal. Basically, all of our profit got eaten up, but we hit a few don'ts because for whatever reason, we are shooting exceptionally today. All right, that's going to win there. But that's only like our second 7 in the video that's a loser 7. So it's very odd for me. All right, so let's trade this in for 100. All right, let's see where we're at. So that's 700, 600, 700, 8, 9. So we're up 30, 43. We're up $43. After all that, after it looked like we were getting crushed, we're still up. We probably lost $600–700 just in don't losses. So obviously we were rolling pretty well. So again, guys, the continuous come bets through there, not necessarily progressive come bets, just continuous, are very helpful in the fact that they generate just a little more money and they make your 7 more valuable, right? And they don't really affect the pressing. It doesn't really affect the pressing any because essentially this come bet, it really doesn't have any risk when you have all the numbers covered. The only risk obviously is on the 2, 3, and 12, which it's on that no matter what. So it's really not like, because you should already have it covered with your don't. So you're just recycling the money through and you're just, it's kind of like just taking your rake. And let me show you what I mean. Okay, so let's see, you have $15 come bet and you have $15 5, right? Boom, the 5 rolls. You need $21. This travels. This, you can do whatever you want. So let's say you take and you put the 16 right on it, right? You put your $15 back.